Hello, everybody. Welcome to Into the Score. It's me again here, Avishai Darash, your host for this podcast. I've been doing this intro quite a while now. I think it's number 38, if I'm not mistaken. And I was thinking, actually, what are we doing here in the podcast? We're having conversations. We're getting to know people deeply. In the beginning, I would say, we have the podcast, interesting people, arts and culture, entrepreneurship. But actually, what we're doing here is we're getting to know the person that is in front of me. And today we have a lot of topics to go through, which is the film industry, violence against women, and actually the really interesting story of Keshavi Jaharia.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for doing it also.
Sure.
I ask it, all of our guests, please take it from the beginning. I want to hear your story. I want to get to know you.
Okay, so I'm Keshavi Jaharia. I was born here in Amsterdam, and I did some of my studies here in the Netherlands, and then I went to the UK, and that's where in 2014, if I'm right, I started in film distribution. And that's how I got like my intro in films and behind the scene, how it works. And
you didn't have any aspirations to go into film, just from this chance encounter with film distribution, then you understood that you want to get into film, or?
No, that was like back when I think I was 5. From the age of 5, I was already in theater. I was doing little displays in school and in primary school. That's where I started. And
here in Amsterdam?
Of course, yes, here in Amsterdam,
Yeah.
because I was born here.
Yeah.
So basically that's when it started, and I always had this craze for films, and not only films, Dutch films, also Indian films, because I'm 5th generation Indian. So this basically came from home, and it was like part of home. Indian cinema is part of my childhood, and gives me that feel of home.
Yeah. So you were 5 and you were doing like these small plays, and
Yeah.
was it also supported at home? Was it something that was like, yes, Keshavi, do it?
Not really, because coming from an quite Orthodox family, which is my mom is not that Orthodox, but the rest of my family, my grandma, my nanima was. She always wanted me to study, which I finished my studies, and I'm happy I did.
In
But,
which field was it?
in business administration.
Business administration.
Yeah, and eventually, and after doing that, I went to the UK for my pre-masters and so on. But at the end of the day, I was not satisfied, was not happy in the field I was in, because I knew what my passion was, and I knew what my desires were.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's so important, to go after your passion. I mean, it's like...
Of course,
I mean,
yeah.
you're saying that you're coming from an Indian Orthodox family, or at least if I'm deducting from what you just said, your dad is more Orthodox than your mom in that sense, right? This is...
Well, my whole family is quite Orthodox, and I grew up with my grandma, and
Do you feel that you were living in other people's expectations in that sense?
yes, but at the time that was the right choice, and still I think, because they were thinking the right, they were, I think. Yeah, that was the right thing to do back in that time. When we go back in time, the film industry and the film market was not that booming for everyone and not accessible.
Yeah.
And now things are different. Now everything is accessible for everyone. I mean, if you want to be in front of the camera, you can just pick up your camera and you put it on YouTube. It's and it's easy. Back in the day, there was no YouTube, and there was no WhatsApp. There were no iPhones. Not everyone had a laptop. And now everything is so accessible, different, and maybe that is also the reason we have lost so many things, because nowadays we don't do things together anymore like we used to do. We used to climb in the trees and get
No,
apples from
yeah.
the trees on a Saturday morning. And when are we doing that now? Everyone is just scrolling through their phones,
They gotta get that dopamine.
watching funny videos.
Exactly. They gotta see what's next.
Exactly.
They gotta see what's
Yeah,
next.
yeah, and it's like a drug.
It is.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Because, if I go back to what you just said, I mean, I understand, like, you say fifth generation Indian immigrants coming to the Netherlands. Probably your family had to pay quite a big price to be here. In like any immigration has a price. You're talking to an immigrant that paid
Of course,
big
yeah.
prices.
Yeah.
And then maybe that like endeavor of going into arts and culture is like a
Yeah.
very unstable one.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's
they
what it is. You're
exactly.
right.
So
Completely.
they wanted you
Yes.
to just what,
They
at
want,
least you have something to fall back on.
because they have worked hard,
Exactly.
and they know how hard it is to not have those things, to not be that, maybe that don't have that accomplishment and that kind of stability in your life.
Yeah.
And how that feels.
Exactly.
Only if you have experienced that kind of feeling, then only you would know,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting because you're talking to an immigrant, like I said,
Yes.
and there are certain things that I see that I'm experiencing like on a regular basis or a daily basis that I don't think that I don't want my kids to go through that.
No.
And I don't want them to.
How old were you when you came here?
23. I was 23, so I'm here
That's
for
young.
15 years.
You
yeah.
were studying?
I was studying at the
Yeah.
conservatory, yeah. But before that, I was in New York, and I mean, I kind of left, let's say 16, 17 years ago, I left. And of course, I looked back, but it's like so dramatic, and I haven't looked back since. No, that's not what it is.
You
But I
never want to go
decided-
back?
No, it's not for me. No,
No.
it's not for me. No, I was just there for my brother's funeral and all that. It was just like, I just realized that I've changed so much, and actually the life I built here,
Yeah.
it's exactly what I wanted from a very young age. Also, to be honest,
Right.
so it's a very personal thing. I'm
What is it what you love about the Netherlands? Because even I
the
have the
cheese,
same
the
thing.
cheese.
The cheese.
No, I'm kidding.
The cheese.
No, I'll tell you. I'm coming from a background that experienced a lot of violence and experienced a lot of stress and
Yeah.
tension. And I myself personally also experienced in my formative years as a teenager. I experienced the second Intifada in Israel as between 12 and 18, basically. And I just didn't want to raise a family in that. I knew that I wanted to have a family. I knew that I wanted to build something. And Europe always attracted me. Also, as a musician, there are just more opportunities outside. And I let the music guide me in that sense. In the Netherlands, look, it's a complex relationship, of course. It's not, there is no perfect situation. It just doesn't exist. There's not like,
No.
I wish we lived in Kingdom Avi or Kingdom Keshavi, they're just like, I am getting whatever I want.
Yeah,
That's not how it works. There's always a
No.
trade-off.
Yeah.
And whether it's, here I really like the fact that it feels very safe. Compared to where I'm coming from,
Yeah.
it's all relative in that
Yes,
sense.
yeah.
And I can pursue the things that I want to pursue without this like existential fear of dying or something. I was very busy with death as a teenager. I don't think it's a healthy thing.
No.
I don't think that when you're 15 you write a letter to your parents in case I'm dead,
Yeah.
I don't think that's such a healthy thing to practice.
It's painful. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. But this podcast isn't about me. It's about you. It's a nice deflection, but
I know. I have a tendency to ask questions back when I get questions. I don't know why.
why is that? No, I'm kidding.
That's how you get the conversation going, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But
Yeah.
I mean, we were more
But I
talking.
totally understand what you're saying and where
Yeah.
you're coming from.
Yeah.
And because my ancestors have gone through the same thing, and it is very serious. People
Yeah.
don't understand how crucial it is to go back and to even like to think about these kind of things,
Absolutely.
and to raise those kind of things. If you have certain kind of trauma or something from that, it's completely
Absolutely.
normal.
Absolutely. And that's another thing is that the parents that go through this process, if they're not going through a process of healing themselves, they're going to transfer it to their kids.
Exactly. Yes.
And whether we like it or not as
Yeah.
parents, are you a parent yourself?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
No,
Okay.
I'm not married yet.
Yeah, so I can tell you that whether you like it or not, you have no idea the
Yeah.
world that your kids are experiencing. Like it's just.
How many kids you have?
I have two.
Two.
I have two. I have 5.5 and 13.
Okay.
And I have no idea. Like, it's not that I have no idea of the reality, but I
Yeah.
cannot compare it to my reality that that was back then. So that's why it requires some basic level of humility to just be like nederigheid, to just be like, I actually don't know. Let's find it out together, because I don't know what you're really experiencing. We did not have this like God technology that every information is available constantly. There's this stream of constant information that is being thrown at us.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not have it as
No,
a kid.
no.
We went to the library to get books,
yeah, yeah.
And now it's just like, hey,
Same
ChatGPT.
here, eh? Yeah.
How old are you? How old are you?
Shall I say it in front of everyone?
Yes, of course.
Oh my
yes.
God. I'm 34.
34. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm 38. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
hey.
yeah,
No, that's
look,
okay. That's
look.
okay.
That's okay. We're fine. Yes, we're all good.
We're,
right?
we're,
Right?
we're still fine, okay?
It's all fine. Yes.
Yeah, we're fine.
No, but the reason I'm saying is because, like, we are still that generation before the revolution of social
Yeah.
media, before the revolution of like information. How it's being curated to us. We would still have TV at home,
Yeah.
and it will tell us like what are
the
the
big
news.
TV, the
Exactly,
the,
the
those,
altar, the altar.
the box TV. Yeah, the box TV it was. Yeah, we had one. It was from I think this Blaupunt.
From Blaupunt.
Do you know Blaupunt?
No, I don't know this one. No.
It's just it always if it didn't start, you just give it one tick and it started doing what it needs to do.
Exactly, and they would last for like 50 years, right?
Yes,
Exactly.
of course.
And now TVs are like they expire after 2
And
years.
watching TV back in the day was also something which would give us joy now, and also like going to the videotheque and to borrow the videos
Absolutely,
and
yes.
Back in the day, so with the VCR,
Yes, I
it's
remember
completely
that.
different.
We would go to Blockbuster and then we would have like our weekend ritual and like
Exactly.
and like pick up and like wait for it. And, oh my god, a new movie came and this, and it was just oversaturated. How is it for you as a filmmaker to deal with this?
Well, maybe not
themselves.
only as a filmmaker, as a human being, as a normal human being. If I want to watch a film on Netflix, it takes me half day just to scroll down all the films and decide which one I'm gonna watch, because it's so accessible again.
I think it's oversaturation of options also. It's just, I mean, it's like I have Netflix, HBO, and
you got
Amazon.
the whole package all
So
together.
it's
Is it like a
just-
discount coupon you get?
I don't know. We got it somehow, and I picked it up, and I realized that it's just too many options. Too many options, like in the sense of also, oh my god, it's such a great movie. Oh, this is also a great movie. Oh my god, look at the series. Oh, and then like, my wife and me were just like sitting on the sofa, and then at some point, like, you know what, just go to bed. Like, I don't even know what I want to watch anymore, because I think that.
What kind of movies do you like then?
Ooh,
I'm like the thriller. I like the thrillers.
I love thrillers.
I like thrillers. Horror I watch only if I'm not alone.
Okay.
See? You heard that?
Yes, I heard. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason why I don't watch horror alone. And I like some like comedies and romantic.
What happened to comedies in the last 10 years? They're not funny.
No, it's disaster, man.
They're really,
I should not
really-
say that. That should not come from a filmmaker. But okay,
No, comedies,
you're pulling it out of me, all the information.
Exactly, I'm pulling it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's funny how it's like, what are we going to talk about? What is this? I'm like, don't worry about it. You're going to talk about things.
Serious topics.
So, no, but like, I think with comedy, actually, what happened is because of the revolution of podcasting, a lot of comics and comedy writers that used to write, actually, and even act in films, they just don't see the point of it anymore. They open a podcast, they go on the road. They start a podcast, sorry, they go on the road, they build their own community, and then all of a sudden they're not in the mercy of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or as I call it, Hollyweird. It's just bizarre. It just turned into this bizarre cult. Ugh. Anyway, but sorry, it's like my own,
I don't mind. I don't mind.
But tell me about you.
Okay, what do you want to know?
About your personal relationships. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, well let me start with my with the first film I directed, Cybershot. Okay,
Yes.
so I was with this company in like during my studies. I was with this distribution company in the
In
UK.
2014. Yeah.
Yes, and then after I finished because I was doing my studies at the time, and after I finished my studies, I had this urge. I wanted to make something of my own because I was writing for some time now, and I was, I had this kind of interest, and I was meeting people, and also from the film industry, and we were like organizing these screenings for movies. And I was like, no, but I want to do this. This is something I should do myself, And
Create the movie from scratch, basically.
yes, that's what I wanted to do. And I went to India. By the way, that was not my first time when I went to India. My first time, that was also a whole kind of experience, because me as a fifth generation Indian, I thought, okay, I can do this. It's the land of colors, and everything is so like a fairy tale. I was living in this fantasy world, and
I mean, you romanticized about it.
I
right?
romanticized.
Okay,
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Completely, madly, and I went to India, and well, it was a tough time for me.
Let's swim in the Ganges,
It was of course different than what you see in TVs and stuff, and after a while.
What? You want to tell me that the TV was lying?
Hey.
You want to tell me that it was lying on the TV?
Of course, they were lying on the TV. They all lie.
Joao, how is it possible? No!
They're liars. They are liars. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, yes. I'm just goofy, yes. Tell me more. Please.
Yeah, so it was nothing like that, and but it was still
How
fine.
old were you when you went for the first time?
I think I was 22, 23.
Oh, so it was just before actually your studies in the UK, because you say 2014 you were there, so you were 23.
Yes,
actually.
yes,
Exactly. So
yeah,
it was
yeah. I
before,
was,
okay.
yeah. That was the first time, and I went to India, and with this. When I went like for the film, when I went to India, that was in 2000, I think 2022, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when or 21 or 22, when I went to India for Cybershot. But I was just speaking about the first time when I went in. That culture shock what I had. And
how was it? Tell me. How was like you're getting off the plane? You're like expecting, Bollywood and like all sweet people behind trees and stuff. And then what happens?
Well, I cried a lot. I went when because I saw so many things, children on the street, and it of course it does something with you if you haven't seen that kind of reality before. And of course you have seen things on like in documentaries and stuff, but like seeing those kind of things where children they don't have clothes, they don't have, they're just walking around, they don't have anything, no resources, nothing.
Yeah.
It is painful to see that. It is because it's the harsh reality
It's
of
a level of poverty. It was hitting you basically.
yeah, of course. And then of course me being there and getting food poisoning every other week, that was a different thing. Let's not go there.
Wow.
But that was also not very comforting. But after a while you get used to things and you get used to how to behave, because people they all know you're not from there. I mean, your walk, your your way of your demeanor, everything, they just know.
Yeah.
And you will also not get the same prices if you go like to the more local market. Everything is going to be much more expensive for you, so you just need to know all these things if you decide to go there.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, it was super cool. Yeah, it was nice. It was.
How long did you stay there for the first time?
The first time, I think I stayed there for 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, and I was so happy. I reached home. I kissed the floor.
Well, like in the Netherlands. Back.
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that like you romanticize the place?
Yes.
And maybe even like compared it to here, even like put it on a pedestal. And then you get there, and then you realize what you have, and you come back, and it's like
it's a culture shock. You get
literally kissing the floor.
Yeah. And then you understand what you have, and how hard your ancestors worked to get here, and for you to have this life. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the podcast. I'm kidding. That was a great snippet. No, but okay. So the first film, we're still in it.
We're still back. We're back now.
Yes, we're back. Yes, we're back. That was a short commercial break.
So so I went to India with my film, the script, the screenplay, and I went through all these production houses and basically I tried to find someone who would be able to, fund the project or help me fund it, or maybe do part of it and stuff. So I did my part. I think I did good, because the film was registered and everything, and so I didn't think much of it. So I think just I can hand over the script to people and for them to read and stuff. And then, I went back to the Netherlands after my visit, and a friend of mine from London, he calls me, and he goes, "Have you just finished some project, some new project?" And I go, "No." I said, "Well, what are you talking about?" And he was like, "I just because he was in a panel of some festival, and he was like,
oh my God, I think I know where it's going. Yes, but tell me." Oh my God!
And he said, "Well, I have a film here in front of me, and the script is exact. It looks the exact script and screenplay which you had.
I knew that it was going to get there. I knew it. Motherfuckers.
Yes. And on top of that, your name is in it."
What?
And I was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Wow.
I was like, "No."
Adding insult to injury. Wow, what the fuck? They didn't even...
Yes. So they gave me the credit.
And how did they call it? Middle finger.
Exactly. So they gave me the credit as a writer on that film. I was
Sorry,
yes, exactly. Yeah, but I don't know what kind of feeling was going through me. I was like, There was anger. I was furious.
Of course.
I was sad. I cried because I know short film. Today it is not a big deal if someone. It's still because it's your baby, but it's maybe not that kind of a huge issue now for me because I know how to make things. I can develop things myself.
You're getting very comfortable. Just a second, yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's okay.
No,
you want me to go back or?
No, just
okay.
don't move. Right? Don't move.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Can I speak?
Yes, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, and so yeah, I was completely. I didn't know what to do. I spoke to lawyers.
And you were like 23.
Yes.
Oh my God! What a horrible!
So,
I'm so sorry. This is your start in the business.
This was like my start in the business.
Here, a knife in your back.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, I was like, well, what am I doing? Where am I going? Is this the right thing to do? And
did you have any legal say? No, because you handed in the script and you didn't copyright it, probably.
Of course, I did.
You copyrighted
Yeah,
it.
I know what
but
to do.
did you,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But was it also in the jurisdiction of India in that sense?
Yes.
Wow, and they still took it like.
And they still did it. They changed the title.
Oh, okay. So
they changed
fine.
the title, and they were like, we gave you the credit. That's what the kind of attitude they had, and that I need to be grateful and stuff.
So crazy.
And so I go back to India again. I go back to India. I go to the police station. Okay, this is another funny thing. I go to the police station and I tell the whole story to the guy over there. And he was like, but what is exactly stolen? What is stolen from you? I said, well, my script. My script is stolen. Where is the script? Yeah, my script is here. This paper?
Wow, that's such a good comedy. You should really make a comedy out of it. No, really, Keshavi, you should really do a comedy.
Yes,
this is hilarious.
So
I mean, it's tragic.
Yeah,
but
of course, it was like, at that time that was my work. And okay, so the next day I go back. I took a local guy from there because of course during the time that I was staying there, I made some friends. So I took a local guy to the station, and he was like, so he was speaking very fast. They were speaking very fast, and I understand some of it. I don't understand half of what the rest of they're saying. But
which language was it? Which dialect was it?
they were speaking Hindi and Marathi.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't understand Hindi, no Marathi for me because I don't understand any of it. And he was like, and they speak, and so he was like looking at my bag, the guy, and I was like, what do you want? He said, yeah, money. He wants like, they call it chai pani. So the chai pani means water and tea. So he wants some water and tea, money for,
Wow.
So
It's amazing that corruption is just like
exactly.
handed to you.
Normally you see it just in films and in some documentaries and stuff. And then I experienced that. That was the first experience in the police station. Crazy, I know.
Wow.
I know. Well, if I think about it now, I can laugh about it, and I can, we can crack a joke. At that time, I was.
Oh man.
I was like, I can do something with these people.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the first thing, they're not taking you seriously, and then the second thing, they want to file a complaint only if you like pay a certain kind of amount. So I did that. I did it.
You paid them.
Of course, because I felt I had no choice. I needed to have a complaint number in order to proceed with my lawyer, which I did. And so it's still an ongoing process.
Still?
Yes,
until now.
still,
Wow.
yes. But hey, they are not allowed to release the film.
Okay, that's cool. That's
yes.
cool.
They have sent it to some film festivals, but they're not allowed to release it until like the matter is settled.
Yeah.
So and I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
What would you want? What would you want from this whole situation?
Well, I want. In the first place, now because my film has been released now, and I'm happy that the film is released, and you can see it on Amazon Prime Short TV. But before my release, if someone wants to release my film, my baby, it is unethical. How can you do something like that? How can And the worst scenario was that the girl who was playing in the film, I recognized her. She was the same chick who was sitting at the front desk in the production company. She was it. I recognized her, and I was like, how can you do something like that to me? To anyone.
Do you think it's like stupidity or malicious act? Like, is it just like being stupid?
I don't know what they were thinking.
Or is it just
how can someone do that and think that you can just you can get away with something like that?
Probably they saw. I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I have no idea. They saw like an experienced girl.
Yes,
just at the beginning of her path.
And also, they didn't know that I would come to know that they have done this. Because if my friend wouldn't have called me and told me like what was happening and what he saw, then maybe even today I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not just for me, but this is a message to all the people, all the fresh filmmakers who have no experience. It doesn't even matter if you have experience or not. If you want to go in see with these kind of production houses, now I call them dodgy because they kind of dodgy film production houses. And they're not just in India; they're worldwide.
Yeah.
People who who want to get money out of you, and they just steal someone's work. Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah.
So that's what happened, and so they still can't do anything with it. They are stuck.
Yeah,
big
they're
time.
stuck now, basically.
And good for them.
Yeah, 11 years. Wow, 11 years. But I guess like if I'm bringing some light into it, like a little bit of like the positivity of it, you learned a lot from it, right?
Yeah.
You like learned really a lot about the business.
No, Cybershot was made in 2022. That's when a Cybershot was made.
Yeah.
When I made Cybershot, because I had to go back and rewrite the whole story. I attached some parts in it, and I had to like change dialogues. I attached some parts in it, which I think no one could bring it out that way. So I'm gonna send you the film.
Please send me.
Yeah, I will send you the film.
Because I really want to start talking about Insusceptible. Like
Yes.
but it's like we can just start talking about it. I just watched it before the podcast and it really touched me.
What did you think about it?
I thought it was extremely real.
Yeah.
And I thought that a lot of women are going through that process. I was telling Joao also that I never understood it when men do it. I never understood it. Like, I mean, physically, I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's like I don't understand. There are two things I don't get from as a man, as a parent, as a partner, all these things.
Yeah.
To raise hands on your kids, I don't get it at all. I just don't understand it. It's like it's a small human that you're supposed to take care of them. And they are literally, you're their hero, and you're hurting them.
And you're the only one they trust.
Exactly.
They don't have anyone.
And you hurt them. I don't get it. It's something I never understood.
Yeah.
There was one time that my son bit me. When and I was, it just like as a reflex, I just pulled my hand as a reflex,
Yeah.
And he got really scared by it.
Yeah.
And I realized like, wow, I mean, he was like 2. Or
That's
something
true.
like that. You're just biting, little baby,
Little Avishai.
Yeah, little Avishai, exactly, little
like
poopy.
this.
Now he's 1.83 meters.
Whoa, okay.
Giant, yeah. He's 13-year-old, like a little,
Ooh.
And, that I never understood, and I never understood men that hit their wives.
No.
I never understood that, or their girlfriends, or their partners. I just didn't get it. I don't, like, first of all, in terms of even the physicality aspect of it, like men are just significantly stronger. I mean, I know there are some people that hear it right now, and
Yes, true.
and they
Yes.
don't want to
Yeah.
acknowledge the fact that there are differences between men and women. There are
Of course.
physical and
I
biological
agree. Yeah.
differences. I just didn't get it. And when I saw it with Aaron, or Aaron, that the cycle, of him getting out of regulation, being completely
Yeah.
unregulated, hitting, which is you in that sense in the film. What was the name of your character?
Maya.
Maya, right. So hitting Maya, Aaron hitting Maya, she runs to the bathroom. He just like puts her in even a more in an unsafer environment to
Yes.
just like, I'm going to
Yeah.
get
She's
you like this.
desperate to escape.
Exactly. She's desperate. And then I like I was just talking about with Joao also the ideation that happened, the flashback of like they just got the house and it's all this like perfect thing. And,
Yeah.
and they love each other. The colors are more saturated. It's like more exposed.
Yeah, it's like a flashback in it. Yeah.
Exactly. And then he comes back and he's like, he feels that shame and guilt of what he did.
Yes.
And
But that's the
then-
cycle. That's how it works.
Exactly. You
That's
want to
it.
tell me more about it? Because I mean, you created it. I can just tell you what I found of it.
No, but it's so good to hear it from you as well, because you are, I mean, someone who was not part of the, of the making of,
Yes,
and it's like the first time I'm hearing this kind of, and it's really nice.
Yeah, and I think it was very real and authentic.
Yeah.
It was really like, that's why I was wondering if you experienced something like this, because it's like it felt very like first-hand experience,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just, and then in the end also this like nice thing of like either you escaped, Maya escaped, or she was actually killed, like
Yeah.
murdered, basically not killed, murdered by her man. And then the closing of like every 10 minutes a woman is killed. 51,000 women have been
And these
murdered.
are real numbers.
Yeah.
And these are the numbers which actually are visible, are registered. But
Yeah.
then there are so many numbers which are not registered,
Yeah.
which are like hidden for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, and this is something that, it's, I would love to get into the head of, just as a observance thing from both sides, like the head of the woman that feels that she cannot get out of it,
Yeah.
and that she's trapped in it, but still loves him and
Yeah.
protects him and defends him.
Yes.
Man, like they say, dat sterker nog, like the fact that there's a kid involved in the picture
Yes,
also,
yes.
which makes it way more
Yeah.
complicated. The kid probably,
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like masqueraded in the most masterful way possible, the kid has
Yeah.
experienced it firsthand also.
Yeah.
To understand that, and then also the men that he's justifying this type of behavior,
Yes.
and there's these cycles. These
That's the
constant
cycle.
cycles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the cycle. That's how these kind of people work in a very narcissistic way.
Yeah.
And that's how the cycle is of how they basically they do. They try to apologize afterwards and make it sound not that that extreme when it is actually.
It is. Violence is extreme.
It is so extreme, and the way and that's why I want, even if we can help, like just even if we can give some strength to someone who is facing this and who watches the film, or who comes to know about the film and watches the film, even if we can even like just help one person and give that person that that spark of hope. I think that is an accomplishment. Not just for me, for the whole team of Insusceptible. That's why they all agreed to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I like the last scene when she's basically fighting back, but then he decides to either fighting back or he decides to kill her, and
Yes.
there's this like feeling of she doesn't know when he's going to go off,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
makes it even more unsafe for her.
Yeah.
She's trying to kind of regulate him.
Yes.
She's trying to regulate
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And we have this amazing thing that happens in our consciousness of like
Yeah.
constantly
It's that fraction of a second when someone can snap.
exactly.
And that's why in this film we have had the happiness, the sadness, the love, the extreme kind of bond they have,
Yeah.
and then this, and then the extreme kind of violence he is using against her.
Yeah.
You know. Violence against women, even violence against men, violence against anyone is should not happen.
No.
And that's the reason I love to make films on this,
Yeah.
on social issues, because I mean, filmmaking it's an expensive hobby. It's an expensive thing on its own. So if you can make someone or give someone strength in a sense, what is more beautiful than that? What
Yeah.
is more,
Absolutely. Yeah. Why do you think that happens? Why is there this violence, the domestic violence? I know it's like a huge question, but your opinion, why does that happen?
Because I think when we live in a kind of a fantasy world and in a kind of a fairy tale where we think that we are living a life, or you are already, you feel stuck in a kind of atmosphere because you have maybe children, or you have bought a house together. It can be something small as well, and that can be your how fast you're kind of,
The
that
thing you latch onto. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it can be the most stupidest thing, even if you like, if your parents wanted you to be with this person, but this person is monster at home, and Insusceptible is based on a true story of a friend of mine, and she had a very hard time to come out of it.
Is she out of this?
She's out of it.
She's
Yes,
out of it.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah,
And
yeah.
not
I'm
in
so
a-
proud of her.
and not out
Yes.
of it through death.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
important
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah, and it is so important to keep talking about it, keep like speaking up and about how you feel, and try to seek help, try to speak to people, because you maybe think that things are normal, but they would bring you to the reality. They will tell you that this is not normal. It's not normal, but what is happening to you. En sometimes it's when dat je door de bos de bomen niet meer ziet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That is this.
Because you're so much in the situation.
In the situation that
it's
you
like
can't
the cooked
see
frog, basically. It's the
exactly. You
cooked
can
frog,
yeah, you can't see the reality anymore.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is basically the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of the sentence, the famous sentence, hurt people? You know this one?
No.
Hurt people end up hurting others.
Yes.
So that's why it's
Yeah.
hurt people, hurt
people. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I could imagine that, I mean, Aaron, the character
Yeah.
in your film, he experienced probably something similar at home growing up and seeing it. And that kind of normalizes it for him.
Most of the time, if you come from if you have had a childhood which has been very unstable, you tend to give the same kind of vibe yourself at home without even knowing that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Without even
Yeah, it's the imprints that you got.
Yes.
You
yes.
don't know.
And because that is the normal for you. That is the kind of childhood you had. So what you had, you're giving that.
Exactly.
As a father or as a mother, you're giving that.
Yeah, and I wonder for myself, the women also that choose the partner, or in that sense, like, is it on a subconscious, unconscious level that they're looking for to fix a trauma? Or is it something that they find out later? Or did they get enough red flags? It's questions, of
It,
course.
it can be both.
Yeah.
It can be both. It can be a combination. It can be also if you have had a kind of childhood, you feel safe in that unsafe
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, 'cause it's familiar.
Yes, you feel safe because you have seen that while growing up. For you,
Yeah.
that is your safe environment. It's completely normal.
Yeah.
But for these people, it is like, and then you go and choose someone like that, and you say yes to the person, you tie the knot, and you have kids, and you're happily married life.
And then you have generational transference, like we call it in
Yes.
psychology, basically. That
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
from your generation,
Yeah.
from generation of
And
your
then the cycle
parents,
continues like
cycle
that.
continues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember myself that before I met Madelon, my partner was like,
Mm-hmm.
I was constantly in these like same relationships, toxic or like
Yeah.
unstable, and I didn't understand.
You had that many relationships?
Huh?
How many relationships you had?
How many? No, it's she's like.
No, it's okay. You don't have to answer.
I was. Are you asking my body count, or are you asking relationships? That's a different thing.
Let's not go there.
I like how all of a sudden the traditional like comes out of you, the orthodox. Like, no, what I what I wanted to say is that I was like in this breaking point sounds like dramatic, but that I was entering these type of relationships that kind of
Yeah.
were similar to each other, and then actually when I met Madelon, I was like, it felt almost like not good because I was looking for problems. And I was like, maybe, but where's the drama? Where's like the toxicity? Almost on a subconscious level, that I had to really relearn it and heal that part. Usually, it culminates itself from childhood experiences, relationships between yourself and a parent,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, I have a very complex relation with my dad that kind of like got sipped into a lot of different relationships, And
Your parents will live here in the Netherlands?
no. My parents, they lived in Israel, but my mom passed away in 2014, and my dad left because he just left. He couldn't stay in Israel. He moved to Budapest and Barcelona, and he's a very complex human. Like very complex in the sense of he paid a very big price to be where he is,
Of course.
and to like get out of the cycle of poverty. He was like very poor, and he could build like his wealth.
Yeah.
It comes under like immense prices, and and I just saw a lot of things in the household that I was like, oh, well, this is normal, I guess, just turning everybody against each other and stuff like this. And it's interesting, like, I think it's just from my experience, of course, is that when healing starts of these type of, like, destructive structural patterns, I call them, it's really, structureel,
Yeah,
patronen, really in your system, it almost feels awkward and uncomfortable. You know that you're heading towards a place that is better, but it's almost like you have to, there's like cognitive dissonance that is happening of like, I need to continue doing this because it will set me free from these type of like destructive patterns. So I can imagine when you talked even to your friend that maybe she even has like a tiny bit of like her own samskaras, of like, maybe it was my fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she had that in the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's why it is so important to speak up and to talk to people. Even it doesn't matter if it's your neighbor, your someone who is from school, where you bring your kids off to school. If you can maybe speak to anyone, just speak about it because tomorrow can be your last day.
Yeah. Tell me about the process of making the film itself, because from what I understand from Joao, it was like 5 hours, right, to film it. But tell me
Yeah,
the
but
whole.
that is because of Joe. That's not because of me. I mean, we're doing our job, but he was he's very fast.
Yes, Joao's very fast. That's true. Only with the cameras. If you can't hear it, Joao just said good, good.
Okay, you know more.
We're 12-year-olds at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just the outer shell became older, but mentally, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
tell me, sorry, we were again going into internal jokes here, but like when did you start? When did you get actually the idea that you want to document or do something like this? When did that come?
Well, you watch the news. You just turn on the TV and you see femicide. You see all these things
Yeah,
happening all over
absolutely.
the place. And I think in this era where everyone is speaking about gender equality and the gay parade and how important that is, that's
Yeah,
also important, of course.
yeah.
But we should not forget the core problems here. This is one of the problems which was there then back in the day, and it's still here. So the problems which are people raising right now, those are also equally important. I don't say that those are not important, but we should also not forget about these kind of issues, and we should
You're
not
talking about domestic
about domestic
violence.
violence.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So that is
No, but I'm
important to
saying,
me. Yeah.
do you remember it hitting you at some point, like saying, "Hey, I want to make a film about this," or was it more? That's what I mean by that. Of course, when you open
Most
the
of my
news,
films are on social issues.
but this particular one, do you remember when it was like the seed started to grow, or
Yeah, when this basically when this happened to my friend,
okay?
and also
How
I
long ago
started.
was that? That was
That was
in,
quite some time ago. Yeah, yeah.
mm,
And it took her some time to get out of it, and it took me some time to study her and to analyze, and then I did my own research and everything,
yeah.
and that was the moment when I thought that no, um, I should try to do something to make the world a little bit better, maybe
Yeah.
to do my part.
Yeah.
And that's why, I mean, Cybershot was about cybercrime. This one is about domestic violence. I made one film in India that was about breast cancer. So every film I do, it has some social issue to it.
What
um,
was the cybercrime thing? What
that
was
that
the?
was,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But
Cybershot.
what was the crime itself?
I'm gonna send you the film.
No, but
You
tell
wanna,
me, tell
yeah,
me.
you
I
wanna
want to
see
know
the
now.
film?
Tell me,
That's
tell
what
me.
you want.
No, tell me because I'm so curious. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's
curious.
basically it's a story about Tamanna and Iqbal. The two individuals, they meet each other on a dating site and they fall madly in love, but then nothing is what it seems.
They fall madly in love in the chat
In the
rooms.
chat
Oh my
rooms with
God,
each
yes.
other, and
Oof, that's a recipe for.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I'm not gonna reveal more.
No, okay, you're not
No,
gonna. Okay, I
no,
have to
that's
watch
all
it.
I'm
I
gonna
have to
say.
watch it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then it's like Chris Hansen, you know this guy, the To Catch a Predator. No, you don't know. You know this guy, Chris Hansen. It's like then all of a sudden these like three Navy
Oh my
SEALs
god.
come out to him like, "You were here to meet a 13-year-old." It's like,
Oh my god.
no, I'm just a babysitter.
Babysitter. No way. Oh my
Horrible,
god. Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
And then okay, so you're not gonna
So
reveal more. Okay, good. So
yeah. So
and then
in yeah.
the one that you made in India
Yeah. That was another one. We're not gonna speak
about
about
breast
that one as
cancer.
well.
No, okay,
We're
okay,
gonna just speak about Insusceptible because that's
okay,
the latest one.
sure.
And we got an award for that one 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
It's
And
actually
thank you to the
4 weeks
team
ago
for
when this comes out, but yes.
yeah, so 4 weeks okay, 4 weeks 4 weeks from now when it's gonna come out.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the moment that we did it for. We wanted to come out. We wanted to for so many people to see this and to understand the importance of it, and to raise awareness against domestic violence. That's basically what we want.
Yeah.
And so
what do you think the solution is? If you could just fix it, what would be the solution?
hang all the men.
Hang all the men. That sounds very violent.
I know. No, but we need to have like I think stricter rules for men who commit these kind of crimes, and also for women, of course. It should be equal, because we are living in a gender equality generation.
Yeah. So you mean like the repercussions? Let's say that if something like
it should be
straf,
the straffe. The straffe have to be yes, it have to be more, not just 6 months for raping someone, or
Is it 6 months just for raping? Wow.
Wow. They don't get
and then
anything.
you're just out in the street. Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but then when someone holds you for belastingfraude, then you get the 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So see how messed up this thing is. Is it okay for us to say this?
Yeah, just 1 second, sorry. That's it, it's over.
It's over. Oh my god. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought it was...
Yeah, and Joe, you have to cut these things off.
Boys. No, we don't. That's what I like about it. We don't. Yeah, but this is true. Actually, it just shows also priorities of society, actually. It shows priorities. Oh, you're stealing money? You're going to go to prison for like the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Oh, you raped someone? Yeah, it's okay. Slap on the wrist in 6 months. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's really crazy. And that also rewards criminals in that sense,
Oh yes, because they think it is not, they don't have to go through a lot, so it's fine. I mean, and the jails here, they have everything. They have they have their little TVs. They can go out and cook. They can they have their daily activities. So what are they going to jail for? Or they get an enkelbandje.
They get enkelbandje, yeah, exactly.
Enkelbandje, huh? And then they watch Netflix at home, and they can make their popcorns at home.
That's so great. It's so interesting that, because I had this period that I would read a lot about prisons in the States, and that is like insane. That's It's like a death sentence. It's so dangerous, and you find yourself in situations that are so like life-threatening. And then I hear about jails here, and it's like it creates career criminals in that sense, because let's say the price is not that high.
No.
And then if you tell me about that also, and there was this whole story with Lisa.
I know.
Which was really actually pretty close to my house in that sense.
Is it? Oh, you live there?
I live in like Zuidoost, but I live really close to Weesp.
Okay.
And like Apkoude, it's like on the way.
It's on the way, yeah.
And no, it was
near Arena.
Duivendrecht.
Duivendrecht, near Arena.
Really next to Arena.
Yeah.
I'm really close there.
Yes.
And I was just thinking like the amount of violence and then what is going to happen? And then all of a sudden was turned to be like, and then again it goes into this like asielzoekers, and then it just becomes like completely politicized.
And then there's like one.
And it was completely onderdrukt, completely suppressed. It was like everything in the news, and then all of a sudden when they understood what happened there, and it was actually bring in a specific person that had priors, that was violent, that was all this out in the loose. And then all of a sudden it's like, look at this shiny thing here. Let's deflect. What did you think of that? How they handled it?
Yeah, what shall I say? The same thing, every time it happens the same. There's no change. Every time when someone is attacked, or you just hear it in the news for a few days, and then it's over. Everyone forgets. And it fades away. And so it's It's sad. It's sad
Yeah.
that we are living in this kind of a world where such things are still happening, and people who raise their voices, they get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Lisa, you think that she raised her voice, or?
No, I'm talking about Peter R. de Vries.
Mm.
Yeah, he was always like trying to help in these kind of cases, and
Yeah.
he is no more.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it's interesting here. I didn't have
Where
any-
were you when you heard this news? You were at home?
about Lisa.
Yeah, with Lisa.
Yeah, of course. I mean, my whole feed all of a sudden got like
Yeah,
completely
yeah, because it's so
bombarded with
close.
this.
It's so close. It's
and-
in Amsterdam happening.
Yeah,
And-
and I mean this is one. And funny enough, I also heard then that the son of my neighbor got jumped by some kids. It was just like in correlation,
Yeah.
and he came back from a party, and some kids just beat him up completely and took like one of his shoes or something.
No.
Just senseless violence,
Oh my god.
And it's one of these things, and the police did absolutely nothing.
No, they don't do
Nothing.
No.
And what it creates, I think, is vigilantes in the sense of like people don't feel that the authorities, that they are actually funding through their taxpayers'
exactly.
money.
True.
They're like,
True.
hey,
Yes.
I don't feel safe. You're not going to help me if
No.
something happens.
Yeah.
So I need to take matters to my own
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
And then you get these like guerrilla neighborhood watches, which are untrained, unregulated. It's people with a lot of anger. And, the thing that I thought of, it's like, the thing that was a personal thing to me is that I could see how the narrative flipped. It was like Lisa and everybody's talking about 17 and like, oh my gosh, she's a teenager, and like it
She's
was
so young.
so young.
There's
and
a
apparently
whole
like he
life
stabbed
in
her
front
like 20
of
times
her.
or something, or I don't know.
Crazy.
And like
crazy.
raped. It was just like
Yeah.
like really senseless
Yeah,
violence.
it makes you
like-
sick.
Yeah, like
Makes you sick. What
you're
if
like-
it's your daughter?
exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, if someone touches one of my kids, I will be in prison.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And it's like, but then at the same time, I'm like, I saw my neighbor, how helpless he felt.
Yeah.
That someone beat up his kid.
Of course.
And
Of
his
course.
kid was like in the hospital and that. And I'm like,
He went to the hospital.
yeah, of course,
Yeah.
they beat him up completely. I mean, it was, and things that there is shame around it, especially with men. Like, oh, you couldn't defend yourself. You couldn't this. You're being beat up. You're being tossed around. You're being ragdolled, like they call it. And I just felt this, just feeling of like
Helpless.
helplessness and also being played.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
played. Because when it started to come out like, ooh, that was like the Aze say thing, like the Azilzoek and the and all of a sudden they realized like, oh, maybe the government has like something in it because they didn't regulate it properly and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it was like it disappeared from the headlines like it never existed. No one is talking about it now
No.
anymore. No one. It was like talks about femicide, and like
Yeah. Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
chewing it. And we're back into Tweede Kamer and the Gaza and this and
Yeah.
Ukraine and
Yeah.
and stuff that are actually not really in the power
Relevant.
in the
Yeah.
relevant to
Yeah.
the society right now
True.
that are being
Yes.
affected. So to me, it felt very, these were one of those moments that I was just not feeling at home here,
For the first time, you didn't feel at home.
No, I had, of course, I had moments here that I didn't feel at home. But after 15 plus years of being here, also speaking the language, all that stuff,
Yeah.
it's like, I felt like, wait, if something like this happens to my partner, what would you do, actually? What would you do,
And if the police doesn't help,
Yeah, so
yeah.
exactly.
What is the next step?
What is the next step then? What do we, like what, we should just like roll over and accept it? We
The
should
police just sends you to slachtofferhulp.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that. Hoe was het voor jou? Ja, het is erg,
Ja,
hè?
ja.
Het is erg, hè? Misschien ga je dit even in je journaal even opschrijven of zo. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Zullen we volgende afspraak plannen? Wat did they call it? Een uurtje voor een factuurtje?
Uurtje
That's what
voor-
it is? Uurtje voor een factuurtje? Ja. I think you need some more help.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think you're
then-
really damaged.
Yes.
And I would like to see you for 10 meetings.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they can pay up front.
Exactly. As I have like this government contracts, you know, it's like endless, bottomless pit of money.
Yeah.
Just like pay us. Slachtofferhulp. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I mean. That it's. I was just thinking about this like sentence that violence is a language. That not many speak it, but it affects everybody.
True.
You know,
Yes.
it is a language.
Yeah.
Like it is what we saw, for instance, in your film. It's a language.
Yeah.
They have their dialogue
Yeah,
happening there.
yeah.
You know?
It can be anyone. It can be someone working in the bank, someone who is, completely established in terms of, having a fabulous LinkedIn profile, and then facing these kind of things at home.
Yeah.
So you don't actually know from the face who is going through that.
And this is where the narcissism comes in.
Yeah.
You know, this like projection of an image to the outer world, keeping that image at all costs.
Yeah.
At the cost of actually the well-being of your family.
Mm-hmm.
And then coming back home and just like tuning up people, you know, like they say in America. It's just so, again, for me, I don't get it. I don't understand how people, first of all, don't seek professional help. And second of all, that people stay in that situation, like more and more, you know, especially when it's a repeated offense.
Yeah.
What did your friend tell you in that sense? What was the reason that she stayed for all these years?
Her kid.
Yeah.
And also in her vision, the way she saw things, she had everything sorted. Everything was sorted. The bills were sorted. Her everything at home, everything was clean. It was like completely like it was like she was having some OCD or something. It was always very clean, and
Was that like a catalyst also for the violence if things weren't clean and stuff, or?
Everything was clean at her house.
Yeah.
Because she was so obsessed with everything else, and she was trying. I think she was trying to forget what was happening to her, and she was like, putting herself aside and trying to focus on all the other things in her life, and she every day she was. It was getting. She wasn't herself anymore. There was a moment when she was losing herself, and me being there with her on the phone, day in day out. It was crazy, and yeah, I still remember how she was on the phone and everything. And
did it surprise you when you heard about the violence, or did you feel like?
No, I actually I sensed it. So I asked her. She didn't tell it to me like out of herself or something.
Yeah.
I asked her, and she didn't say no.
Shit.
So sometimes the silence is enough. You don't have to say anything. And then the next time when it happened, I'm happy that she came to me, and
Right.
I could do whatever was in my power at that time to do. I did the needful. Sometimes when someone asks you for help, you don't know what to do. Maybe this was because it was the first time for me. I didn't know what to do at that time, but I did what was right at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you that I did suffer violence from my ex.
Yeah.
She did hit me a few times. I never told to anyone. I mean, I told it to some people.
No, you're telling to everyone.
Huh?
No, everyone will know.
Well, no, it's
but
fine.
it's okay.
It's okay. I mean, I gotta
It's normal.
say,
It's normal.
I gotta say that for men, it's a different feeling. Like you feel so
Yeah.
humiliated and powerless.
Yes.
Because it's like I can't hit back.
And unexpected.
Completely, I was shocked the first time. It happened a few times, and I was, and it feels more like, wow, I could really take you, but if I do that, then I'm in a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like you really humiliated me now, and I think a lot of men are like living this with quiet desperation. There are a lot more men. I'm happy I got out of it, and she is a narcissist. You know it, and she knows it.
This is your time. Say it.
Exactly. And the thing is that I think a lot of men are experiencing that, and they're not willing to talk about because of the shame.
Because of the shame.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the humiliation they feel, because it's
Yes.
like I'm so much more stronger than her, like physically. But
Yes.
it's like you
But
get
you are
hit.
not raised that
No,
way. You, of
that's-
course, you're not gonna,
I was completely like,
Yeah.
what is this? What happened? What? I was completely shocked. And,
Yeah.
there was one time that she launched herself at me, and I kind of like, because of my training, I could get out of it and just like push her.
You had the training.
Huh?
You had the training.
I have training in combat, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I could sense it before, and I could grab it and like de-escalate it. But the fact that I needed to do that,
Yeah.
it was like really, really horrible.
Yeah.
It was towards the end of our relationship. It was in like 2014, 15.
Yeah.
And really terrible. So if any man is listening and you're experiencing something like this, it's good to talk to someone. Because I remember speaking about it with my dad immediately, and he was like, violence you don't fix. You gotta
No.
get out of it.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of it. And the interesting part that happened is that she told it to her family, and they put it on me.
She told it to her family
And they put it on me.
that you did it.
That I am the one that instigated
Provoked it.
Provoked it, yeah. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, crazy.
It's like, it's
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
for me, it's absolutely like,
But men don't know that in these kind of situations, like there is a blijfgroep for women, where women are safe. There is a blijfgroep for men as well,
really? Okay.
where they can seek help, and who have like faced this kind of domestic abuse at home. They can ask for help. Definitely, yes. Don't stay in that kind of environment, and
Yeah.
no one has the right to beat you up or to
No.
even like mentally abuse you.
No.
Yeah, because that's where it starts with. It starts with mentally, indoctrinating.
The indoctrination is crazy, huh?
Yeah.
That's why, like, I mean, I remember speaking about it with my neighbor. It's a different neighbor, but he would tell me that his dad would beat him up,
Yeah.
like from a young age, Then he turned into this like bodybuilder, and he wanted to be like strong. He's like the biggest bitch ever, but it's like, he's like, he was talking with me about it, and I realized like, wow, you never treated it.
No.
Like you just walk around the world feeling threatened by everybody around you.
Yeah.
So that's why you're just covering yourself with just muscles.
He was like he was a bodybuilder, or was he eating too many cheesecakes?
It was.
Was it one pack or was it a 6-pack?
It was. It depend on the time of the year.
Okay.
Sometimes it would just be like I would see him like just walk around with his belly.
Okay, look
and
at
then-
me, I'm out of control.
Exactly, I'm
Kind
gonna
of.
control this, and then like we'll come back. Everything is like
Yeah.
tucked in. He's just a despicable human, really. Ugh. But Joao knows. Joao knows the whole story.
Yeah,
Well, guess what? You don't know which neighbor I'm talking about. So we know each
Yeah.
other well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but what I'm saying with that is that that brought me back to this like sentence: hurt people, hurt people, people that experienced abuse and never actually understood. Like, hey, what was done to you is not normal.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
this is not a normal
No.
human situation interaction. That's not how. Let's say. I don't like the sentence "doe gewoon normaal." I don't like
No.
this
No.
because it's like very oppressive, I feel. But
Yeah.
let's say on a normal basis, that's not necessarily how people are interacting with each other.
No.
And then if you heal that and you understand that you can choose a different paradigm. And if you grow up and like my father just beats the shit out of me until I'm reaching some age I can hit him back, you get out and you just think the whole world is like based on this type of dynamics. Because what we said in the beginning of the podcast, that archetype, that character
Yeah.
that is supposed to be
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
place of safety,
Yeah.
the place of education.
And that gives you that feel of safety eventually, and then you go and choose the wrong partners. That's what happens.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you end up reliving the cycle of violence out of necessity to feel safe.
Yeah.
Is it crazy?
Crazy it is. I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You see, we touched some nice topics. So, how many men you've been with?
Jill, say something.
Joao doesn't have a microphone.
Oh my god.
Does it fit on two hands?
Oh my god, he's asking me. This is crazy. I should never have agreed on this with you guys. Really.
We just lost an episode. Shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
So.
Yeah, I'm kidding. That was funny because you gave the boundaries in the beginning, and they were like, "So, with how many relationships?" You have?" I was like, "What?" No worries, I'm gonna bring it back to you. No worries. So,
Yeah.
if you could talk to Keshavi from 10 years ago, what would be the advice you would give her now with all the experience that you have?
Every moment in your life, every chapter of your life is different, and everything eventually it will fade away, because it comes, it goes, and I think everyone has to live in the now and not in the past, and just to look forward. And if you want to do something in your life, if you want to achieve something, if you have things on your bucket list, you have to do it today. There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow will never come.
Yep.
You have to generate it today in order to get the results for it tomorrow. And and if you live like this, like I have had my challenges, I had my part, but at the same time I was determined. I knew what I wanted to be and what I wanted to achieve, and you just put on your helmet and you just think straight.
Yeah.
Don't look left, don't look right, don't think what other people will say, will think, will do, and how they're gonna speak about you. I don't care a fuck. No one should. It is, they live their lives, you live yours. You don't think about other people. The moment you're gonna think about what other people think about you, it's gonna ruin your whole setup for what you think you're gonna achieve in your life, And also, I think you need to be grounded. You need to be. You need to
What do you mean
find.
with grounded?
You
What
need
do
to
you mean?
find. Yeah, you need to find your happiness in the little things in your life. Like Christmas is coming right now. Yeah, Christmas. So second Christmas days for me, it's gonna be a little bit hard because I lost my grandma, my nanima, 2
Sorry.
years ago.
Sorry.
On second Christmas day, so that is gonna be and we used to enjoy together. Christmas is something which we used to enjoy as a family, and that feel of the the nostalgic feel, that kind of a the feel that you have with only with like with your grandma, and the sense of her, the feel of her hands feeding me with her hand, that kind of things. You that will make you understand that life is too short, and if you want to achieve something, just start with it now. There is no right time. The right time is not gonna come.
So
Yeah.
take action, stay proactive, and don't live in other people's
Yes,
expectations.
exactly.
Yeah.
I could have waited when they stole the script. I could have waited for the court case, and take a step back and just lay down and let's see what
Roll over,
happens.
yeah.
But if you're gonna wait for court cases in India, it can take a lifetime. That's how slow the people are there. The whole justice system there is messed up. Yeah. So are you gonna wait? What are you gonna do? We need to keep moving. Change is the only constant in our life. So we need to keep moving. And I mean, of course, Christmas is coming. I love the scent, the smell of burnt apple pies, coming out the oven.
Yes.
And the TV is on. It used to be on, and it used to watch Cartoon Network or something. Scooby Doo.
Of course,
Or
of course.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You remember?
Of course. Of course I know Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. So and
What happened with all of that? That's kind of like Cartoon
no,
Network. They disappeared, right?
yeah.
Completely.
Cartoon Network stopped, I think, a few years back. But you can still watch it on YouTube, I think.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
It's all
And then
just pirated.
and we had Hey Arnold. That was also
With
one of
the
my
football
favorite.
head, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and Helga, who used to stalk. Yes, she was the stalker. See,
She was a stalker.
she was
yeah.
the stalker.
That's
She was
true.
the stalker.
And then
Yeah.
only when you're an adult, you start looking at these things.
Yeah,
You're like,
and then-
wait a second. You're
Yeah.
indoctrinating my kids here. You watch some series and you're like thinking,
Yeah,
oh, that's
yeah.
why our generation is like
And you
this.
love
Ooh,
Pink Panther as well. Pink Panther, man. Yeah. We
nice.
don't have those kind of cartoons anymore. The cartoons are, I don't know.
I think because we got into such.
Are you cartoon person?
Yeah, I
or-
mean, I used to watch like every morning, Saturday morning, I would go up and watch like Spider-Man, Batman, like the cartoon
Yeah,
versions. Like I
yeah.
would just wait for them.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of the X-Men also.
Yeah.
The Hey Arnold. Arthur also I liked. I don't know if
Arthur,
you know.
yeah.
Arthur,
Yeah, Arthur, the friend.
geeky, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the friend. Yeah.
And what else? Wow, it's like, it's like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is?
Cow
is
and
that-
chicken. Hey,
Which
cow
one?
and chicken.
Cow and chicken?
You know
Yes.
cow and chicken?
Yo, Ren
Yeah.
and Stimpy. Do you know Ren and Stimpy?
No.
Ren and
I know
Stimpy?
Courage the
You know
the-
Ren and Stimpy, right? This is like crazy.
I met the guy that, I met the guy that
You met the guy? Wow, dude, what
Wow.
a crazy...
Send me.
Man, Ren and Stimpy is like... It's like
Yeah?
fever dream on LSD together with ayahuasca
my
or something.
God.
It's just like this bizarre relationship between these two characters.
Yeah.
But you know what I was thinking about, like why the world looks, I mean it sounds big, but the world looks so different right now because we got so individuated with our own algorithm. Like your algorithm is completely different than mine. So the things that you consume on a regular basis, they just become different. And then there are less and less these cultural events that are happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the sense of, like, you're going to watch this movie, like, in the evening, right? How's it called?
What
one
more?
battle after another.
Yeah, One Battle After Another, which is, like, it's heavily promoted.
Where are you
It's,
gonna
like,
watch it?
In Pathé.
In
you're gonna
Pathé?
watch it.
The film hall.
Film hall,
Film
yeah.
hall. Okay.
So, but what I mean with that is that it's like, if I didn't see it somewhere in the feed of someone, I wouldn't know that this movie even came out.
No.
Because we got to this point that it's so individuated, what we consume, the type of music that we consume, the type of cinema, the type of even food that we can, like, it's all just became so individuated. So there are no like real cultural moments that are happening.
True. Yeah.
Oh, this movie is going to come out in the summer, and we're all waiting for that movie to come out in the summer. It's all like, it's already going on in streaming. You know, it's like it's 2 weeks in cinemas. If it really makes an impact, a month and a half, and whoop, goes into streaming, and then you watch it like in your own time, individuated time. That's why legacy media is collapsing. Big studios are collapsing.
True. Yes.
Because it's just you and what you want according to your taste. You know, so like we say, like, think about it. I grew up in Israel, you grew up here in the Netherlands, and we can say, oh yeah, you remember this, this, and this. But if you will bring now 2 kids from these 2 different cultures, they'll just be like, what? Like, I have no idea.
They will speak about SpongeBob SquarePants.
They'll speak about SpongeBob, or they'll speak about like the
SpongeBob.
More their cultural things will be more like this thing in TikTok, or did you see your feed happening? Like, did you see that in your feed happening?
I find that so sad that it is taken away from the children, and they are not able to live their lives. You know, like I was saying, climbing in the trees, and playing football outside. You know,
it worries me sometimes. Really worries me. Like I see it with my son.
The children are just sitting at home, and the worst problem we are dealing with is now they are sitting in the room. We think they are safe, but they are not safe. They are in their room. They have access to internet. You don't know who's sitting on the other side. You know who he could be chatting with anyone, basically. You know, there are so many pedophiles out there.
I saw it with my kid also. Like, I mean, he had his Instagram, and at some point, I think I told already in the podcast. He was sorry. Can I have a tissue? Is it possible? Thanks, man. Because I'm like,
no, you can't.
No, you can't. It has to be on camera.
We're gonna film this.
The booger in the camera. Wait, sorry.
Everyone is gonna look. This is gonna be your best watched
it smells really nice. This one. Ooh, nice. Anyway, sorry.
He wants me to use it now.
No. You're projecting. Anyway, so the thing is that he was like having his Instagram, and then we were on vacation in Italy, and I heard him like speaking into the phone. Yeah, I'm coming back tomorrow. So I was like, who are you talking to? And
he was speaking to someone.
He was speaking to someone, like they're sending messages, and then I got it, and I was like, wait a second, someone sent you a message on your Instagram that you don't know, and he was like 9 back then. So I immediately caught it, and I was like, listen. Wow, it's the first time that something like this entered our space, you know, of like predators.
Of course, yes.
That are looking to meet my kids.
A 9-year-old, what do you have to do?
I mean,
it's
you
crazy.
Say you're 20. Listen, if you're above 10, it's a problem, you know. And you're sending messages, and as soon as I was like, "Hey, this is
what messages did he send?
Hey, oh, you're so pretty. I would like to meet you and give you gifts and stuff like this." And it's a small kid; he doesn't understand. He just doesn't get what it is.
No, of course not.
And I was like livid, you know, when I found that out. It's the first time they really entered. We closed his Instagram account. I spoke to his mom. We recalibrated.
But 9 years is also very young to have an own account.
That was like a
that should be
Exactly. That's why they have like the 13 from 13.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
recently they have changed that. It's also too late. We have entered this issue since the rise of all these social media platforms. So many children, they have put themselves in situations like this. They're not putting. There are people who are looking for children.
No.
There are people who are looking for these kind of children, you know, and
absolutely.
who are fragile and who are naive and.
The brother of Madlon, my partner, he was in the special unit for finding pedophiles online, and he was going deep undercover and all that stuff. It's so dark.
I know.
He left it also because he said it's too much because it's
here in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands,
yes.
He said that like you have chat rooms over chat rooms.
Yeah.
Don't put your kid online.
No.
They trade with these pictures. don't make yourself like susceptible to it. Don't open yourself to it.
Yeah.
Horrible.
You know, half of the time, parents don't even know that the children are chatting with
Yeah.
these kind of people. And being these days, they have like groups with all the children from the class. They can chat with each other, and that's completely fine. But how can you monitor? How can you see what your child is doing?
Exactly. How can you monitor it without the kid feeling
Yeah.
completely controlled? You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, okay,
And then
I can-
the child is also going to enter the puberty time. You know, that's going to be a whole different challenge altogether.
but that's why going back to our conversation,
Yeah.
like in the beginning, I'm really, as a parent, also I'm saying it, I cannot know with the experience of my kid if I don't ask them and have constant dialogue with them. You know, that's why like
Do
I
you
don't
have
want-
that? You speak
yeah,
to them?
I speak every day. We speak
Yeah,
like every day.
good.
It's checking in
Good.
every day.
I hope everyone listens to this, because this is so important that everyone has these conversations with their children.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what age your child is, but please have these kind of conversations at home, and it will save a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble. It will save a
Yes.
lot of trouble, and also like at the end of the day, they're going through this process of, you know, starting, let's say 11, 12, that they're breaking free from the nest and they want to have their own autonomy and all that stuff. When shit hits the fan, they're going to come to you as a parent and ask for help. They're
Yeah.
a little kid again, you
Yeah.
know, and you need
Yes.
to be there to
You have to be there,
embrace them.
of course.
They're going to go through this process of like, you know, pushing you away, not seeing you as a hero. It's a very natural thing that the
Yeah.
kids have to go through. It's really healthy and natural.
Yeah, yeah.
Just don't accept that this is like you as a parent, you can have a different saying in it.
Yeah.
Just to let them know I'm here no matter what. Like
Yeah.
I'm here. You know,
Yeah.
it's okay. You have your grievances with me. It's fine. But I'm here.
Yes.
You know, yeah, it's been a great podcast.
Yeah, are we done?
Do you want it?
No,
Let me
no.
ask you. Let me ask you. Like, what are the plans now? To close it off, what are the plans? Like, what are you planning from now? Except, of course, it's acceptable. Just came out. It's released. The
Yes.
awards and all that
Yes,
stuff.
but there are like some good projects in the pipeline. I have been some people have contacted me. So
Nice.
yes,
Nice,
yes,
nice.
I can't reveal too much again, but I'm it's a good process. Yeah, yeah. Insusceptible is actually the first film that has opened doors for me as a creator, as a filmmaker, and also I am very satisfied at the point where I have reached now. Every time when you create something as a filmmaker, you think that you will achieve a certain, because you have a vision, you have this kind of you have a vision for yourself, you know what you want, yeah.
Right.
At the end of the day, when the film is done, a filmmaker is never is never completely satisfied. But I am near to satisfied, because I know that there is improvement every time with every project what you do. If there is improvement, that on its own is a satisfaction.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
I think that, like, if I may add to what you're saying, the fact that you conceive a project, create it, and then release it, it just puts you like in the next level of becoming better. And
It's
better
also
in what you
helpful
do.
that I'm from a distribution background. So I started there, you know, I started where the projects are done, and they are delivered to you in a parcel, basically. Yeah, in a DCP. So and then you do with it what you're supposed to do. So if you actually work from there to here, it becomes easier because you know what to do with the final product. I know my product is not gonna sit at home and I don't have to hang it in my toilet.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow,
I
that's
know what to
great.
do with it. So if you have that knowledge, then basically you are sorted.
And it's also like from what you're saying, it's multifaceted. It's not just being the creator of that thing. It's also understanding like how do you get it to the public.
Yes, that is the
That's
biggest
really
task.
important,
Yeah, that is the biggest task. I mean, you can make projects tot je ons weegt, but
Yeah.
right. But you need to have the right contacts, and you need to have.
I said it. I said it in the podcast a few times already. And I'll repeat it. It's like your product or whatever it is can be the second coming of Christ, literally. You know.
Yeah.
You know, Hemelsvaart, like whoa. You know, Christ is coming. If it doesn't get to people,
Yeah.
then you are just being selfish, in my
Yes.
opinion. You know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing it. It's been an amazing podcast. We spoke for almost 2 hours, I think, right?
Oh my God! Really?
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, and I think we covered so many important topics.
Of course.
For the public and for people to know, to understand, and I hope
To get to know you also, who you are.
to get to know me, but for to improve their lives in a sense.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Keshavi, thank you so much for
Thank you.
for doing this again. And I'm looking at you. Yes. Did you know that 97% of you are not subscribed? We are actually reaching almost 600,000 views, and a lot of you are not subscribed. Why is that? Come and subscribe, become a part of this community that we're creating here and Into the Score in this podcast. We would like to see you on the next one, and we would also like to see you on the film set. Wait. Thank you, Joao, also.
Too late.
Keep forgetting. I have to thank everybody. See you.
You're red. You're completely red.
Yes, I know, because it's like, oh.